HardHat guitar. In this video we are going to be playing a C major scale in open position and in second position, and then we're going to play the diatonic chords that go with that scale. And this is the first in a series that is going to use the circle of fifths to go through all of the major scales and all of the chords that go with those scales. So I'm going to start with a C major scale because C major scale has no sharps or flats. So if you were to walk up to a piano and go from C to C, you would play all the white keys. So it's probably the easiest one to start with. So I'm going to start with a C on my A string on the 3rd fret. So in open position, we are going to use our open strings when available, the 1st fret, the 2nd fret, and the 3rd fret, and that's all we're going to need. So we're going to have a finger for every fret. We're not going to stretch. So our 1st fret's going to be covered by our pointer finger. Our 2nd fret's going to be covered by the middle finger, and our 3rd fret's going to be covered by our ring finger. So I'll go through it now, starting with the C on my A string on the 3rd fret. So I have C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, back down, F, E, D, C, B, A, G, F, E, D, C. Then I'm going to go past the C, B, A, G, F, G, A, B, C. So I went up and back and then past the C in the other direction. So if you were to play it quickly, it would sound like this. Now I'm going to do the same thing in second position, which means my 1st finger, my pointer finger, is going to cover the 2nd fret. And then I have a finger for each fret going forward, so my middle finger covers my 3rd fret, my ring finger covers my 4th fret, my pinky finger covers my 5th fret, and you'll see on my low E string and my high E string I'm going to need an F note, which means I'm going to have to stretch my 1st finger back to the 1st fret. But I'm going to leave all my other fingers where they belong. So when I go to this F, when I come back to the G, I'm using my middle finger again. So here is C major in second position, and I'll say the names of the notes again. That's a good way to practice because the whole purpose of this is learning the fretboard better. So if you can say the names of the notes while you're playing, that's going to help you visualize where those notes are. I used to do that a lot when I was a kid, and it really helped me out. I probably could have spent that time, making more friends, but I didn't. So here's C scale in second position. So I'm starting with a C on the 3rd fret, same spot, but this time I'm using my middle finger. C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C, D, E. Here's my stretch to F, F, G, A, G, back down, F, E, D, C, B, A, G, F, E, D, C, past the C, B, A, G, my stretch to my low, F, G, A, B, C. So if I play that quickly, it's going to sound like this. Okay, now that we've done the C major scale, we are going to do the diatonic chords that go with that scale. And basically what that means is, so a major scale has 7 notes to that, and each one of those notes can be the root note of a chord. And in order to maintain the key of C, there are certain chords that are going to end up being major and some that are going to be minor, and our 7th chord is going to be diminished And I'm just going to go through the chords and not overly explain how it works. But basically just know that if you play these chords in the key of C, you're staying in the key of C. Whereas if you were to switch, like say an A minor to an A major, now you've left the key of C. That doesn't necessarily mean you've done anything wrong. It just means you've switched keys. So here are my 7 diatonic chords that go for the key of C. My first one is obviously C major. Then I have D minor, E minor, F major, G major, A minor, and then my B is a little different. My B is going to be neither major or minor, but diminished. That's a pretty cool sounding chord. So basically, if you're staying in key and you use the notes of the scale, the 1, the 4, and the 5 of your scale are going to be major chords. The 2, the 3, and the 6 are going to be minor chords, and your 7 is going to be diminished. If you're playing, a lot of rock and pop music, you probably won't see the 7 diminished all that much, but it's important to know. So I hope that's helpful with the scales and the chords, and stay tuned for the next video where we'll do the key of G, because that is the 5th of C, and we'll go through until we cover the circle of fifths. So this is part 1. Stay tuned for part 2, and as always, put on your hard hat and get practicing. Thanks for watching.